Hi, Libra. I hope you're doing all right. I want to go ahead and get into your reading for the first portion of March 2019. Yeah, my apologies for not being able to do these sooner. I haven't been able to. So let's go ahead and get them done. Show me energy present for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So the first card popping out for you, Libra, you have Temperance. So Sagittarian energy. Temperance talks about, well, you know what? Let's just pull your cards. Why don't we just pull your cards before we get all Temperance talks about? All right, show me more for Libra. March 2019, Libra. March 2019, show me energy for Libra. You have the Five of Pentacles, Libra. Again, I'm just going to pull cards, okay? More. Okay. So the Four of Wands, followed by the Ten of Swords, followed by the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands energy, we got that Queen of Swords under the deck. Show me more for Libra. That's you, Libra. The Wheel in reverse. Eight of Wands. There you are. Justice. Tower at the bottom of the deck for Justice. Three of Cups in reverse. And the final card, Libra, is the Ten of Cups in reverse here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I think a lot of you already know what that kind of means, or at least the energy of the flow here. It feels overall like somebody is very... okay, so these are the feelings that I'm feeling right now. I feel standoffish. I feel hyper-aware, hyper-vigilant. I feel on guard. Some of you are going to be taking notes. Some of you are going to be watching things and like just documenting stuff. Some of you, this is like, you're fine. If you're fine and you're not in a relationship where those types of things seem to be of importance at this time, this is not the reading for you. That's just, I need to say that right now because some people will hold on to the bitter end hoping that it's for them. And this reading is talking about getting the fuck out of Dodge. It feels like it talks about letting things go. You know, it's like if you've been in a situation where, whether it be a previous relationship with an ex who you have family with, who you have children with, and now it's like you're trying to... I almost feel like, you know what, Libra, it's interesting because in your readings the past few months, your energy seems to be connected to somebody who it's like, for a lot of you, the thread seems to be that there's somebody who you've been in a longer standing relationship with. Some of you have children with them, and some of you need to maintain connections with them solely for the purpose of the child. But other than that, the whole thing is like, ugh, done, tired, stick a fork in it. Like there's no point in maintaining it. Some of you won't even be talking to this person as like a friend. You want out of it. It's exhausting. It's anxiety ridden. But for the sake of stability, if you are if you are dealing with somebody who you have a child with, for the sake of stability there, it's probably important for you to at least try and balance things out. You may need to extract yourself from the situation, but balance out who gives what, how to make it equal. You know, we have 2 cards here of being equal. We have a card here of balance, foundations, okay? But overall, this is the decision, like, get out of town, let it go. I don't want to be there anymore. It's exhausting. Like, that's what it feels like. You know, again, some of you may be dealing with somebody who it's like the decision to let go. Here underneath the 9 of Pentacles, you have the 2 of Wands. So this is letting go of a situation and going on your own, figuring out which direction works best for you. This seems to be a recurring theme in your readings, Libra. Communication about that, actual moving about that, moving away from a situation. Maintaining this almost feels like it's just rehashing things. You know, you need to let things go. A cycle needs to end, basically, with this person or with this situation, and you need to allow things to go. And I don't even think you're actually trying to stop it. I think it's more like you're trying to usher it along, you know. It just feels like communication here with this person is very harsh. It's not they're not an easy person. But it doesn't lead to anything. It's like not reconciling. It just leads to like chapter done, you know, even if we have to maintain some sort of connection, it feels like the chapter needs to be done. Okay, who first? Yeah, it's like what's most on your mind is stability, but it's your own, whether it be home, life, you want to do something on your own. It's not being with this person anymore. You can't see eye to eye with this person. There's too much fighting with this person. There's too much anxiety, ambivalence. There's too much back and forth. There's too much to talk about and no desire to do it. Like, that's what I'm feeling. Like, there's too much to talk about with no desire to do it. Chico, what are you eating? I'm pet sitting a friend's doggy. He's a Libra, my friend. Yeah. He's dealing with something entirely different though. Let's just see this 5 of Pentacles here. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. So you have, for the 5 of Pentacles, you have the Emperor and you have the 2 of Pentacles. And Temperance at the bottom of the deck, which Temperance, the 5 of Pentacles, is laying upon Temperance. So, you know, in this situation, if you have, this is basically balancing energies out, giving, taking, who gives what, you know, how do we balance the situation out? It feels almost as if, though, this is an Aries energy, but it feels almost as if this person, I'm going to clarify that in a sec, clarify the Emperor, this person may be difficulter, they may be very difficult to deal with. Cards spitting out. Yeah, man. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Wands for this situation. It's done, but it's like realizing that it needs to let go. You have this Ace of Swords here, cutting situations out, being very, very brutally truthful and honest with this person. They to you or you to them, you know, but it feels like whatever initiative that you have left in yourself, you're just taking it and going. You know, the 3 of Swords here with the Page of Wands. So it's directionless. It's directionless. Being in it feels like you're going in you're swimming in a fishbowl. Like there's no change. It's just stagnation. The oxygen keeps getting removed from the water. Like there's no more here that you can do here with this person. That's the 5 of Pentacles, you know. You may literally be talking about the bare bones logistics of matters, okay, in regard to how to stabilize something for a child. I'm sorry, this reading is more so specific for people with children that are dealing with situations like this. It's just how my readings are. They're not as I don't know, broad spectrum in general and fluffy. Like, you know, there are a lot of great tarot readers out there. You may want to resonate with one of them if you're not resonating here. Okay. Show me the Nine of Wands here for Libra. Yeah, Libra, you have you flying out, literally. The King of Swords. So, King of Swords, Libran energy as well, Aquarius, Gemini, but, you know, defensiveness is exhausting. There's only so much you can take until you have to essentially cut it out, until it essentially becomes a thing of the past. You know, there's only so much that you can engage in with a person until it's like you want to get out of Dodge, you know. And this person also could have been somebody who was very... manipulative, mentally manipulative, emotionally manipulative, but also somebody who's very cold in their tactics. Somebody who's very, it's like, that's what they have, like tactics. There's weird ways about them that causes you to be defensive, like in general with this person. Show me the Ten of Swords here. What's done? What's done? So you have the Moon here for the Ten of Swords. This is talking about deception, lies, deceit. It talks about frustrations, being stabbed in the back. It talks about people working against you on multiple levels. That's done. You know, sometimes it's hard to walk a path away from a situation when you don't know how to get out of it, or like when it's uncertain the direction that you're going in. But it's done. Something's done here. You know, again, if you have a child with this person, it's like the best thing to do would be just to stabilize what is most necessary for that connection. But like, no more. Show me the Four of Wands. Four of Wands for Libra. Three of Cups. So in regard to the Four of Wands, some of you may be in new relationships. Some of you may be in relationships that you actually feel better about, and it's like you still have to engage in this mess. But you know what? It almost feels like you're building something solid with this person. And I know it, you know what? It's interesting. I'm like, I know it may be early on in the relationship, your new relationship, but for those of you that are experiencing that, this doesn't apply to everybody. This is oh shit. It's like they're, oh God. The messages come through and it's like they're like partitions and sliding walls. It's like one comes through, one goes out, one comes through, one goes out. And I'm like, let me get that one. And it went out and something else covered it. Please come back. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like that energy, okay, yeah, it's like that energy with the new person. For some of you that are dealing with this, there's a new person in your life that's feeling stable. It's feeling like a breath of fresh air in regard to what you've been dealing with this previous person. And it's like you're building something here with them. They're beginning to potentially feel like family, or it just feels very familial. It's very connective. And that's the type of bond that you want. But I feel too that like there's difficulty with somebody else because they've already experienced that bond with you, but that is no longer. And you're doing your own thing. It's a very specific reading. So you have the King of Wands popping out. This is essentially going forward in your own direction, being very honest with yourself in regard to what you want, Libra. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't hold yourself back. Don't try and fix something that you know is broken. You know, be logical, be analytical, be the King of Swords, who you are. And, you know, try not to get your emotions too involved in something that has proven to be toxic time and time again. If you are currently in a situation with somebody newer, anywhere from like 6 months to a year, and you're still dealing with an ex or still dealing with somebody who, you know, is having to be in your life because there's essential ties between you, like a child or like assets or something, like finalizations, you may have to deal with that for a while or until a kid turns 18 or however. But, you know, it's like that energy, that's there. You've moved on. You're moving on. It's like multiple layers of moving on. Show me the Wheel of Fortune reverse here for Libra. Show me the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for Libra. Yeah, so here you have the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands with the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're going towards what you want. This situation has been exhausting for you, Libra, dealing with this person over and over and over again. 9 of Wands talks about going on your own. It talks about doing things, even if for those of you who are in a current relationship and you're dealing with somebody from the past, it doesn't mean you're letting go of your current relationship. It means you're letting go of the past relationship and moving on. It's been nothing but a burden and heartache and frustrating, and you have to cut it out. I'm getting real with that. You know, sometimes no second chances. And I don't even think this is even about second chances. This just feels like letting it go. It's like if you don't let it go, it's like rehashing cycles and like just rehashing. Very anxious, very tired of that energy. It's like I feel tired of being this person or being with this person, knowing this person. I don't want to know them anymore. Like something about like, I don't want to be engaged with this person any longer. I'd rather just do things on my own and stabilize my own life. Putting her back in the deck. We'll see if she pops up again. Show me the 8 of Wands here for Libra. Show me the 8 of Wands for Libra. The Hierophant. Judgment of the deck. Some of you are moving very, very quickly towards something that actually makes sense for you. You're moving towards, or you're in a relationship that makes sense to you and for you. This whole situation, I feel you have learned an unimaginably gigantic amount of information in regard to how to treat somebody and how not to, and how to be treated and not to be treated by someone. And it's as if it's been a gift, because now you get to apply that to your next phase in life with somebody that makes sense for you. It doesn't feel that this, it's like I just keep spitting out the same thing. Like this person from the past doesn't feel like you're going to, it doesn't feel like you need to be there anymore for that. The Hierophant talks about commitment. It talks about endurance, stability. It also can talk about, well, the things that we know, the things that are comfortable for us, the conventional versus the unconventional way of going about things, higher knowledge, spiritual knowledge, gurus, you know, but I feel here it's like what you're going towards is something that actually feels solid, and it feels like something that you've wanted for quite a while, whether you be in it now or whether that's the direction that you're headed for. Show me Justice. So Justice, you have the Star popping out here. This is divine guidance. It's also you taking care of you and trusting the path that you're supposed to be on, you know, taking a break from somebody, removing them from their lives, blocking them, you know, shutting them out, essentially. There's nothing wrong with that if that's the route that you have to take with someone. Sometimes that just means that that's the route you have to take with somebody. You have to block them out. The Star talks about wish fulfillment to a certain degree. It talks about trusting your intuition. It talks about trusting the path that you've been put upon, you know, trusting that this experience was for your growth and benefit, you know. But after so long, especially if there's been like a lot of heartbreak and potential cheating in a situation, you know, from the past, like it's time to let it go, you know, time to let it go. Some of you are dealing with court cases, or you have dealt with court cases in order to divorce. It's just getting out of this person's life, like unraveling the web and releasing enmeshment. Show me the 3 of Cups in reverse. So the 3 of Cups in reverse, we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's not seeing eye to eye with somebody. It's essentially moving away from something with this person and going towards something where you actually have a new beginning, where you have a different direction here. You're going towards something that you have a better chance at dealing with on a healthier level. This situation seems stagnant. It seems toxic. Somebody also may be drinking here. You have the Moon and the Three of Cups in reverse, with the Ten of Cups in reverse here as well. That's not really that healthy with the Three of Cups again. You have the Three of Cups here twice. But, you know, yeah, somebody's masking, somebody's numbing themselves out. And you know what, at this point, it's like, I'm going somewhere else. I'm dealing with something else. You could be dealing with an earth sign that you may be with now, or it just may be something that feels stable and you're starting it. You're starting it. You're cultivating. Show me this Ten of Cups in reverse for Libra, please. Ten of Cups in reverse for Libra. So you have Judgment here, Libra. Yeah, that's the Judgment. That's letting it go. You're letting it go. This isn't healthy anymore for you to maintain, Libra. Gotta let it go, honey. Okay? Look for what's better for you in your life. And for those of you that are in a new for those of you that are in a new relationship where you're actually happy and you're having to deal with somebody from the past, you've got options. You and your new person have options, and it's good. But it's moving away from this and being conscious to not try and bring a lot of it into your new relationship. Show me energy for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Libra. So, first of all, you have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? In regard to a person in your life, if you have somebody new in your life that things are feeling solid with, things are feeling like you want to move forward with positively and let this thing go from the past, you're supported in that, okay? Shit. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? What would you do, Libra? Trust your path. What is on the bottom of the deck for that? Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to be changed, essentially, in your life? Align your life. Get that. It's like a fragmented mind. Get your thoughts back together. Get yourself back together. You can do it. You know, don't let your thoughts and everything overrule you. But I feel already that you've already dealt with that. I feel like the situation is just like, yeah, you have better things to do. And the third card that came out was the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So yeah, go forward. Go towards what makes sense for you, Libra. It's time for good things. Time for good things in your life. And, you know, let go of shit. That's about as bubblegummy as I'm going to get. It's time for good things. Yeah, it is time for good things, and you are more than welcome to have them. But you also seem to be dealing with somebody from the past that is, I don't know. I really want to start picking up on different energies. I'm going to pray for that. I'm going to ask for that just because I want different energies for you guys. You know, it's like, it seems like there's groups of people that have like a storyline that seems to just perpetuate, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, I want something different for, I don't know, at least different groups or something. It just seems like a continuation of a situation. Show me the Nine of Pentacles here. Yeah, you have the Six of Swords in reverse, with the Sun at the bottom of the deck with a very obvious child right there. Yeah, if you're trying to get out of a situation, the Six of Swords talks about having to go back to something, not being able to really truly leave it. It's exhausting, mentally exhausting, but we have to go back. We have to go back. You know, if you're trying to fucking free yourself from a situation and you have to go back to it, you know, for a child, this is what's happening. You're leaving it, okay? It's do everything in your power and capability to maintain your is it autonomy? Your separateness from this person. If you need to change passwords, if you need to get them out of accounts, you're needing to cut the ties, separate, you know, even if you have to be a co-parent or something of that nature. Like, there's a very heavy need here for boundaries here, Libra. So, all right, my name is Isel. I'm on YouTube as the Altruistic Mystic. If you found this reading helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel like donating, there's a donation link in the description box below. I hope you're doing well. And again, my apologies for taking so long to get to your readings. It's been bonkers on my end. So yeah, I hope everything's good. And I will see you in like a week and a half because I was so late with this. So I'll see you guys soon. All right, take care, Libra. Sorry, baby. Oh my God, my word. Sorry, baby Libra. Bye.